Yo, we truth seekers, real, raw. Yo, we truth seekers. Yo, I know this life is a fight, but I'm following Jesus the light. Real, raw. Yo, we truth seekers.
I've been working on this audiobook, which is a chore in itself in the fact that like I underestimated what it's like how tiring it can be to read out loud that much.
Right.
And then try to do it like no mistakes, like and then also without any sound, like background noise. Like when I do music, it's kind of different. I can like block out certain noises, but even just like a little stomach growl, like when you're recording, is just like, yeah, now I gotta record that part all over again.
It's funny.
But today I was like thinking like I really kind of I wanted to test something out. Because I was like I want to kind of have like a like I have like a fantasy novel it's almost done. And I want to kind of like a fantasy type melody to kind of like intro and outro kind of like that would be for it. And then I got an ad for Suno. Have you heard of Suno?
I
The app?
think I have. I don't really know anything about it though.
It's like the one where you can basically either like hum a melody or like play some sort of melody and like describe
Oh,
what
and
kind of sound you
like
want
it
it to sound
fits it
like.
into the song or beat, whatever, and everything. Like it does
Right.
it.
So like I hummed the melody and then put piano um like enchanting piano melody and then fade in like strings
Yeah, my bad.
and and then it like puts it together for you like
Yeah,
a
yeah. Like
whole song.
it sets it on time where it's supposed to go, where it thinks it should go, all that stuff.
Yeah, like
You know,
it creates a whole like melody and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." Like
and
so I
like,
did that,
oh, go ahead.
but I was going to play what it created for me just humming a little bit and saying I wanted piano. Um where is it? Downloads. It created like a whole like 3-minute song in like 30 seconds of me doing that. I was like,
Yeah,
this is and so like I was like, so I can see it for like little different things because like I would probably use it for my business when I'm doing like videos and with like corporate background music, but it also can make like full songs. So I can see people now being like, oh, I'm gonna just tell it to do this and then make a full song, and it's my song and put it on like
yeah.
these digital music things, and you're
Now
I'm like,
literally everybody's gonna be a musician.
everyone's gonna be like,
Gonna
I
be a
made this song.
composer.
I'm a musician.
Ain't it?
I'm an artist.
Ain't it?
You're like,
You
no,
know,
you just hummed and gave and spoke a few words
it's
to
like
AI, and it was the artist.
right, like that. Like it is cool though, but at the same time, it's like a 50-50 thing. It's like cool, but other half of it is bad at the same time with all that
Right.
stuff. Because like literally the same people that create the AIs, literally once the AI is created, they get fired because the AI takes their job. Like it's just like you just created your own downfall. Like people, like
Or any of these like small startups that actually make something are gonna be like, oh, Google's gonna buy you out, and then like you don't get anything after that, or Apple's gonna buy you out and be like,
yeah.
listen, this was kind of a cool product, we're gonna buy it
Now,
for you, and then shut up,
like
right?
I seen Lecrae doing a commercial for one of them. I forgot what it was called, but I'm like, I think it was the one you might have been talking about because I think it was him where he played it and it like placed his vocals and everything into where it was supposed to go on time and all that stuff, and like laid it out basically the whole song. And I'm like Lecrae, either he sold out to the money or he's just ignorant, because he's literally promoting a product that's gonna take his job, take his like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so
Well, that's why I sent you that. Did you see that video I sent you? A messenger of D1. D1 said.
uh
I sent you a messenger earlier today. If you can play it on here, like I saw it on Instagram earlier today, and I was like, that kind of fits what
oh,
we've been
let's
talking
see.
about. I don't know if you can pull it up, but
um I can probably play the sound over or something.
yeah,
Uh, the song is some people are using Jesus and Christianity just to get famous on social media.
yeah, you gotta hear, because I wasn't always a big fan of D1's music. I like him as an
Bro,
artist.
it's just a
His
lot of
music isn't
people
my
that really
style.
just want to be famous and they just using Christianity fruit to help them appeal to a captive audience. You know what I mean? And I see it. Fame and social media is creating a lot of Christian narcissists. You feel me? Explain. Yeah, bro. It's just a lot of people that really just want to be famous and they just using Christianity as the lowest hanging fruit to help them appeal to a captive audience. You know what I mean? And I see it, bro. Like, I see it clear as day. And it's sad. You know, I feel bad for Jesus. I feel bad. I do. I feel bad for God, who feels like, man, y'all just, you know, y'all literally utilizing me to push your own agenda. And I see it. And it's something where some stuff that, bro, there's a lot of things that you talked about how I deal with adversity, like public adversity. There's a lot of things I know I could do or say that could go super viral if that's all I was concerned with doing. But I don't do that stuff because I be wrestling with, well, what is God gonna get the glory from? And oftentimes God ain't gonna get the glory from the thing that's gonna go the most viral. Fame and social media is creating a lot of Christian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's only going to get worse right now because Christianity is becoming popular again right now.
yeah,
God's
yeah,
becoming popular again. Being cool with God is becoming popular again. So everybody,
yeah.
all the celebrities, all of a sudden are Christian artists. And did you see
I don't.
that one group I sent you? Did you look at them at all?
Oh, Demon Hunter. I didn't get a chance to listen to him at
Yeah,
all. I've heard of
it's
them before,
it's
but I haven't heard the music.
like nothing. I even looked at like the title of all their songs. None of them have anything to do with God in there, or Jesus in their titles. I listened to like, I only listened to like two of them, but to me, both of them sounded just like regular secular music and stuff like that. So I don't know if people I don't know if people are like, hey, I'm a Christian and I make music, so I'm a Christian and I rap, so I'm a Christian rapper, even though my music has nothing to do with Christianity at all. And it's like, that's not how it goes. Like, for you to be a
Yeah,
Christian rapper, your music has to be a Christian base. Like, if not, then you're just a Christian person that does music. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm hmm and I think that, I mean, that if that's what you're called to do, then that's fine. But you label yourself appropriately.
yeah,
Perfect.
they're misusing it, but they're also, like he was saying, a lot of them are using a name because it's popular again, and it also, I think some of them don't make it as far as they want in the regular or like the industry part, so they throw that name on there just to put themselves in a different category maybe and try to get attention or something.
Well, it's also because Christian music fans, desperately want like big names to be Christians. Like there's I don't know how many people were like, man, like oh Eminem did this song and it had God in it. Maybe he's gonna be when he's gonna come over our side. He's gonna be a Christian artist when Kanye like had his whole spiel, like everyone was like, yeah, Kanye. Like people who didn't even like Kanye were like, yeah, Kanye's on our side, right? He's making Christian music now, and it's like
Yeah,
Christian people, do you care anything about their souls, or you just want
yeah,
them
dude.
to like be a poster child
You
for us
know,
now?
you
Like,
know that also could show though how many people really aren't people of God that say they're Christian though. That
mm,
also could show that though, because like a lot of them are people like a lot of them I think are people that aren't really for God anyways, say they're Christian, and that's why they support all that stuff or trying to bring all the stuff that isn't even godly into like the church and everything. Even when it comes to, like the music and stuff and how they
hmm
praise and everything else, like they want to change it to fit what the world is instead of it being what it's supposed to be about. Like, it's supposed to be separate from the world and different for like purposely be different. Like
right, right. I mean, I get to the what he's saying as far as like the aspect of wanting to go viral because like before when it was mainly record labels that were pushing artists because you got a record label and they did all the marketing and stuff for you, it was different. But now because of social media and the fact that everybody and their mom can make music, whether it's
yeah,
whether it's like actual making music or they're just like spouting stuff to AI, um like you feel this pressure on anything to just be like, oh, I've got to make something go viral in order to get noticed. And even if it does go viral, I forget there was a artist that was talking about like I guess he recently came to the faith and he was like he had like a huge viral TikTok song that went like viral, got signed to a record label, and then nothing else happened. Like he didn't make any another hit. He didn't go viral on anything else. It was just
yeah,
like this one hit thing,
yeah,
and it was like all that for what? Like nothing. Nothing benefited me. Nothing impacted anyone. Just for that 15 minutes, people were
just
like,
for
"Oh
some
yeah,
fame or
like this
something.
is
Yeah,
cool." Right. It's like, is it really worth it? Is it?
yeah, and like I said, I think there's gonna be a lot more people gonna start doing that probably for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, even in like, I mean, like I said, I love AI and the fact that it's like technology has developed a lot, but like there's stuff with even like movies, like there's apps that can create like mini movies from what you've written,
Yeah,
right? And so what's that going to do with the Hollywood aspect of it of just
get
like,
rid
oh,
of
now we're
directors.
going to get rid of directors and producers.
Yeah.
And what are we going to see on Netflix? Little Johnny's
There's gonna
like
be a bunch of
homework that he
robots acting and stuff like that because they're gonna hire their own kind,
it's
free
going to be like
free labor actors from some AI
like Netflix
bots.
top 10 is going to be Little Johnny's homework that he was like, oh, this is like a
It's
cool
gonna be
movie.
all AI bots and stuff. Yeah,
Like
some
I
like the
made I
Fifth
made a top
Element.
10 I made a top 10 movie. I made a series.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
that's what's gonna be the biggest problem is somebody that's got no talent ever is gonna have the number one song because they just know how to use AI. They know how to type codes or something. Like they know how to do something with.
right. Even then, like there's a lot of talented artists out there that will never get exposure. And there's going to be a
It's like,
lot of people who are just like not talented and they just went viral because this song is
some
something that you
AI
could
do
do
something.
a 15-second TikTok dance to, and that was it, right? Like so
We just need a
quality is going to go down.
we just need to make 30-second songs, 1 minute long songs.
That's all people can listen to anyway.
We got like 5 second long verses and some
Oh
10
man.
second verses, 3 second hooks.
So you brought up Demon Hunter, and then I know we were talking about that the one artist that is talking about like demons and people and stuff like that. But like one thing that always got me was like especially in I think the Christian like alternative and rock and rap and hip hop was this obsession with like like beating up the devil and beating up on demons, like like you were some sort of thug, and you can like
Right. Like you're the
cap on the
guardian
devil.
and everything. You're gonna beat the
And
devil.
I, right, like this is that attitude, like yo, we gonna bust up on the devil, we gonna bust his kneecaps, bop bop bop. That's the sound of the devil going down. Like, it was
That
like
sounds like the younger 116 clique, like when they were young.
go cap on the
They
devil,
marching in the
and it's
streets
like
with burning stuff and
right, it's like listen, for one, like I know the devil's a devil, but he's not some sort of thing like you just
yeah.
like disrespect and just be like the dude was like one of God's top angels. Like, he was no like slouch.
Yeah,
He's
he
not just like
was.
some dude with a pitchfork hiding out somewhere that you can just like
And and the funny thing to me about it is these artists are dealing with a person who was the first basic like person in control of music,
right.
which was Lucifer. Like Lucifer literally was in control of music in heaven before it even existed. So you're literally in his domain in music stuff.
You probably listening to it, but like, yeah, yeah, bust up on me, try it, you know?
Yeah, well, that's why I was saying. I like Charleston White. He says some wild stuff sometimes, but I like him because he's truthful. Like he's honest. I honestly, I think he says it. I think he says it in the tough love way that is missing now in the world, though. That's why I think a lot of people get offended from him. It's not what he says; it's how he says it. Like, but
Mm.
I'm kind of that way too, so I get it. Like sometimes you need that shock factor to wake somebody up in a way, like get them thinking and stuff. But he was talking about how rap music is what, or like gangster rap is what poison the mindsets of like people in certain neighborhoods and certain categories, or like in the ghettos and stuff like that, like where they pushed that type of rap music really
Mm.
damaged the mindsets and stuff like that, because it went from it taught that generation, basically what he's saying was to go out and like kill, steal, rob, all this and that, instead of go work, instead of becoming like a lawyer, judge, all this and that, or something like that, a doctor or something like that, go sell drugs, do this and that. Like, I mean, he said it
Yeah.
in a
Well, I mean,
way.
like,
Obviously, he said it in a way better way where he had like his points and stuff. But that's just what he was saying. How they poison the minds. Like music can be a weapon. You gotta be careful with music. Like with
yeah.
sound, period, with voice, all that stuff. You gotta be careful how you use it. Like,
I always say music is a universal language. Everybody is affected and impacted by it,
yeah,
whether they like, if they say they like music or not. Like even the movies and TV shows we watch, like they have music that without it, like you wouldn't watch that show. That music like actually makes it. So it's very powerful. Like like hip hop was meant to be like more of a community building thing, and then
the '90s
we
happened.
had it like morph into, yeah, we had it morph into like this is about the hood and this is about like
Let me tell you
gangsta and
what I found out about. Not to cut you off, but what I found out
yeah,
about that is that the industry's main top people got together in this meeting, and they purposely chose hip hop and rap to use as the genre because it was the fastest growing one, and it was a genre that was reaching out to every single person. It doesn't matter what color you were, where you were from, like everybody was listening to it at some point. So
yeah.
they purposely basically like switched the entire message and brought in all these other different types of to promote all that stuff differently than what it was supposed to be. So it was the bigger industry people that purposely did that with rap. They destroyed that mess and then used it to convince a lot of people to destroy their self. You know what I mean?
I believe it because I mean, out of every genre, like country, country has more of like a like a wholesome family, like more type. I mean, not necessarily wholesome, but like that vibe. Because I mean, they be talking about getting divorced and their dogs dying and people this and all that. But like, all your other genres, like, kind of have a different vibe. But you got like hip hop, which is I think one of the only genres that I can think of that that really can appeal to, like you said, every like
Hmm.
culture of some sort. I mean, we got country rap now. like um
Yeah, you kind of had that back with uh like David Banner and who made the Field Mob, them groups
mhm.
from down in the dirty south and stuff. They almost were doing country rap. Bone Thugs did one like country sounding rap song, but yeah, you almost had
Yeah,
country rap back then, but it's not literally like country artists rapping like it is now. But
right.
yeah,
And even like rock was more of a, like the rock alternative, like they were kind of more of the rebel aspect of like the rebel emo, like I'm like against the world, like this stuff. Whereas like rap literally had that aspect of like bringing people together, but
oh
also
wait, it's not.
a
It's
little bit of
this, ain't it?
aspect of like
It's
the
not that. Oh
rebel.
wait, is it that? It's that, ain't
Yeah, with the tongue out and everything. Or Ozzy Osbourne eating the bat. Yeah,
it? Being under the Google, putting them under the Christian music artists.
yeah. You didn't know Ozzy was all up in the worship service. It was Ozzy and Elevation Worship all together.
Him and what's his
It wouldn't
name?
surprise me.
Philip.
Ozzy and Maverick
Him and
City.
Philip Mitchell, is that his name? The pastor, or whatever. Him and
Yeah.
you imagine them two together? That would have been wild.
Oh man.
But I mean, you
Uh,
think about
but
it, like even all the way back. I think when we did the last music one about Christian artists and like the LGBTQ and stuff like that, I didn't even realize it till I started googling for that one that like there's been a lot of gay Christian artists and stuff ever since it seems like it's been around. Like it's almost like from the start. It's almost like who
yeah,
started it, which is weird. Which should be almost a sign too, in a way. You gotta be careful what the heck the message is you're hearing and stuff. Like, I mean,
yeah,
because the devil, well, devil, it's all about manipulation. So, I mean, obviously, he's gonna use what God has created and try to manipulate it and stuff and things like that. Is that the right word?
yeah.
Manipulate it.
I just think like, especially the Christian, like there's so many different genres of Christian music now, which is awesome. But like some of these artists, you're like really you wonder why they're doing this, or if they started out with the right intentions. And then I know that
Right.
once you kind of get into that industry, it sucks the life out of you. Um,
Yeah, yeah. It's not a it's not a fun place, I don't think. Don't sound like it. Don't seem like it either from the people I know that have been around it and in it and I've talked to and stuff. It don't seem like it's it's not
right.
fun people to deal with. I know that much on business sides of stuff, and it's a lot more politics than it is music nowadays too. From what I heard, it's like all
Very
agenda
true.
pushing people and stuff, and
Well, then all your big artists are like trying to step away from the whole industry aspect. I mean, there's a
you
lot
can
that
go
happens behind the
independent.
scenes. We talk about like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and their issues with whatever his name is, Scooter Braun. I don't know what his last name is,
Yeah,
Scooter, whatever. And now they're kind of like doing independent. Justin just put out his latest independent
I mean
album, which was more of him.
that means his contract is up then that he had.
A lot of them are just trying to get out of it,
I mean
but
the only
also the fact,
I was gonna say
also the
though.
fact that they're
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
so the fact that they're now like saying that they can put out music that's actually them, like music that they want to put out, their style,
Yeah.
their like that says a lot.
It's That's why I was talking about the contract. It's when you sign the contract, you sign to do whatever those labels want you to do. Look like, you know what I mean, put what type of style, music, all that stuff. They basically make the songs, and then you're just the person, the artist, to sing them or something. But they make the songs how they want. Then they just tell you what to do with them and stuff. But once the contract is, so like when you're under the contract too, you don't own any of your music. They own all of it, anything you do. So it's like it's the same thing that Taylor Swift did. Once her
Hmm.
and like, but eventually their contract is over, and once that happens, then they have the freedom to, if they want to do their own thing once they're out of the contract. But same thing Taylor Swift did though. She got out when her contract was finally over. She turned around and had to buy her own music from the labels
Yeah,
just so she could own it.
and they made her work for it too, which is like the sad part. Cause like I'm sure there's like one, it's music that like she loved, and that she wrote a lot of, and so of course it's kind of like I put my blood, sweat, and tears into
Hmm.
this for so many years, and I can't have it. Like it's not
Oh yeah,
mine. Like,
and they
and so yeah, there's that battle.
you already know how they do with like traveling and how they push you on performances, radio shows. They
Hmm.
don't care about you or nothing. So like they run you dead to make all their money, and then you gotta turn around and still buy yourself from them when you're out of the contract. Isn't that crazy? It's like even though the contract is over, you still have to buy your identity basically back from them.
Yeah, because you sold it.
You sold your soul.
You sold it. It's
You
like
sold it.
people signing and selling are there very thin line between both of them.
Some
I think it's
people.
the thing. Like
Oh, go ahead.
that's the thing. I think that's a thing about like being careful what you where you sell yourself to, or who you sell yourself to. Because it's
Yeah.
not just like, I mean, it's music, but it's everything, like Hollywood and actors and actresses, and it's businesses and companies that you
Yeah.
work for. It's shoot, it's even relationships. Like we can go and say that. So you have to be careful where you sell yourself to and who you sell yourself to, because
Yeah.
there's a price to that you're gonna have to buy yourself back. You get to buy who you are
Hmm.
back, because you know
Yeah. Um.
the demons thing. Like
How long
I
they?
gotta tell Christians.
How long have they been around? It looked like they've been around for a good little while, over 10
Well, they've been
years.
around for a while.
You
They've
know,
been around for a while, I think.
something I found that they said. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Um, it was like after they've been out forever, they dude was just like, let me see. Look, they're known for their Christian themes and lyrics. Where? But the dude was all right. So between non-Christian and Christian, the 100 official website stated in 2008 that they are absolutely a Christian band, and the band members are all Bible-believing followers of Jesus. But I swear it was like, I swear I seen something say like some interview person or something like that asked them out of nowhere one time, "Are y'all a Christian band?" The dude was like, "You know what? Never thought about it, but yeah, I guess we are." And it's like, I don't think it really works that way. Like,
Mm,
like it just don't seem like, I don't know. I'd have to listen to more of the stuff, but I mean, I just even none of the names of their song. I mean, it just all looks like just regular heavy metal music. Has nothing to do with Christianity or God or nothing at all. but but yeah, we're a
Yeah.
Christian band 'Cause- because we follow God. Our music it must be Christian based. But,
Yeah. There's I don't know. There's a there has to be a distinction. I think if like if you're a Christian and just wants to make music, that's fine. But like just don't be under the Christian.
yeah,
But then also like I guess there's that aspect of the fact that like if people recognize you as that, like you don't advertise it. Like I don't necessarily advertise my music as
right.
Christian. I just kind of do
You
whatever.
just make
And so I've
music. Yeah,
had like people, I've had producers and stuff be like, "Yo, you're Christian, aren't you?" Like
yeah,
I didn't even like I
yeah,
did a
yeah.
regular like verse, whatever like that. So I think there's the aspect of like people knowing that you're a Christian, but like my music isn't the type that I wouldn't like be like, well, this is like the music that you go and you're gonna hear the gospel and you're gonna get like saved out of type thing. Um, I think there is a there's music like that and there is music
Right.
that should be like labeled for that like,
Yeah.
and then that's what we should keep that as because you can confuse a lot of people and I think you should have a biblical worldviews if you're a Christian no matter what you should have that in your music, but we've kind of muddied the meaning of Christian
Right.
anything.
Yeah. It's what's her name? Tamia Man or something like that. What's her name? You know the people that do the Browns on Tyler
Oh
Perry
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
His wife that sings and stuff like that. Like her, you could tell her is like gospel music. Like that's Christian. You know what I mean? Like it's real gospel
right.
music where she's singing about God, and it's almost like you would like from the old churches or something. But like there's clearly music out here that is Christian and gospel type music, and then but now a lot of people are just throwing that word on stuff like it don't like it's not really supposed to mean anything.
Right.
Like me,
And
my
use that to kind of like
like you know me, like I've always kind of like been back and forth and been 50-50 with my stuff on calling it that and not because I don't know if I would really consider my stuff Christian music, but I mean I just talk about life and things like that.
right.
I have, but I mean, pretty much like the same. I have had people hear stuff and was like, "Oh yeah, you're a Christian artist." I'm like, I guess. I mean, I don't. It's like it's just the message, I had.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to talk about God or anything and what God's done, but does the only thing that necessarily makes my music Christian based though? Some of the stuff I
Can
said,
we?
some Christians probably wouldn't like. So, anyways,
Right.
some of the things I've said, I've literally talked against some of them before. So,
Yeah. I talk against Christianese all the time.
Christian,
But listen, that is just something that none of that is in the Bible. For instance, demon hunting and like going against demons and capping on the devil. There is no place in the Bible that talks about like like the saints being like that. Jesus didn't even do that when he was alive. He wasn't going around preaching like, "Yo, I'll be busting up on the devil," like da, 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 like let's take a cue from that. Yes, there was going to be a time in Revelation where we're going to go to war, but it wasn't like us, squad up, like boot up. We going against the devil,
yeah. That's
um,
why I was like,
drive bys and
that's
everything.
why I was like, even their name sounds like just a genuine, regular heavy metal group. It has nothing to do with Christianity at all. Like, but
Can we talk about our old boy
yeah,
Tyson
yeah,
for a bit?
yeah. Let's go. We don't. Yeah,
Because that's another aspect of the whole demon thing that's
promoting
just like,
shooting.
yeah, for
I
real,
gotta listen
dude.
to more
Like,
of his to really like I guess break it down more, but it's every single one I've seen so far, he always has to like everything he raps always has to have something in there about guns or like threatening somebody. I wouldn't necessarily, I guess, not say threatening to shoot somebody, but always basically like, basically almost like he can't wait to, like he almost is itching, hoping somebody does something wrong to him so he can or something. Like,
Right. Like there's not like I know there's a couple songs out there that are kind of like you hear it and it's kind of like, oh, there's some like Christian worship. He's not talking about shooting someone who's gay or a pedophile or something like that. But a lot of his songs, what he is known for the most part, is the songs where it talks about like um you're LGBTQ or you're a pedophile and you have a demon in you and come near me and I'm gonna shoot you and this and that and I got a bunch of guns and we go like it's kind of like
that's the wrong message.
and I'd be like so if I were LGBTQ or someone who is not a Christian, I think your religion is the last thing that
Yeah.
I would kind of be like, I think I'll be a part of this. This sounds like a happy place.
That's why I said it's almost like the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Okay, you're supposed to love people and be open, you know what I mean, to accepting whoever who wants to know and hear and stuff. And
Right. There's that fine line. Like there's a fine line of supporting
yeah.
something, and there's also the fine line of just like hating, which we shouldn't hate people. And it sounds like he hates them, not
Right.
necessarily like is broken over the fact that they're, you know, absent without Jesus. It's kind of like he really. I think there's a couple of lines where it talks like you'd be better off if you were like, you know, like no, if I did shoot you, type thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah. And
like
I feel like wasn't God like against us being violent against people? Like he will
I mean,
be because it's his, but is he not like? Doesn't he always tell us like to promote like not be violent, but be try to like defeat it by being loving in a way and stuff. Like try to be
yeah, I think there's power in love. I think there's the aspects of like, I mean, we can look at Sodom and Gomorrah. We can look at um, the flood. You can look at several instances where God was like destroyed a people, but all of those one were like extreme cases, which I believe we're in now, right? But also they were all before um, Jesus. Right? They're pre-Jesus. They're pre, hey, like grace and faith in Jesus, what Jesus has done, the resurrection, all of that, the gospel. So now, as with the gospel as in play, there is something other than like a hellfire and brimstone, right? There is like, hey, let's tell people, yes, it's not okay to do certain things. It's not okay to live a life of sin, but there is a better way. Not, hey, you're sinning. Might as well put a bullet in your head, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Or like you're sinning, but we love you and keep sinning just so
yeah.
like you gotta have that
That
line right
balance,
there.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta know when to do which one. Like, but we're never, yeah, because I mean, we're never supposed to want somebody to die.
Right.
We're supposed to be saving people.
Right.
It's supposed to be like Hacksaw Ridge, not some. Supposed to be
I mean,
going
like I
to
said, there's
save people.
there's some cases in the Bible that were just like, yo, like there's a story of Elijah like being made fun of by some kids and calling him bald, and he called the like prayed that a bear would come out, and the bear like killed him. Like that's hardcore. I think like Elijah would be like, yo, God, bring a bear, take care of them kids, and like that's hardcore. But like again, all this pre-gospel, right? Even David was, but David did it for the right reasons. I
Yeah,
just love it because he calls he calls Goliath uncircumcised Philistine, and I think that's a pretty bad diss right there. Like you just
That's
you
funny.
just
Yeah.
went
That's
out.
kind of
That
funny
was a low
though.
blow.
Yeah, literally.
You uncircumcised Philistine. What do you think you do?
What
I'm gonna use
would
that
that be?
someday
Ain't
in
it?
a
Trying to think
in an
what type
argument.
of like slang disc that would be relevant to today.
That is a genital diss right there.
Ain't
Like
it?
I'm gonna use that one day. Like you uncircumcised Philistine. What are you doing? Break that out in traffic when someone cuts me off. You uncircumcised Philistine. They're like,
They're just
what?
gonna look at you like, what the fuck is we talking
I am driving away from this guy before he comes at
about?
me
Ain't it?
with some other weird.
This mug over here hallucinating.
Oh
Um,
man, but
yeah, I don't. I mean, we could even talk about Mr. Old popular Christian artist, been around forever. What's his name? Who's the most famous one since we were kids? Little short dude.
man,
I
little
can't
short
remember
dude.
his name. Yeah, little short black dude. Oh, I swear, why can't I remember his name? Not
Oh,
recently, but not too long ago, he got in trouble for like the way he danced on stage, and then all of a sudden he finally admitted something like he was. I swear he admitted
the
like,
DC Talk dude.
nah, more popular than that. You would if when the name was said, you would,
No. Oh, Kurt Franklin.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
Kurt
Kurt
Franklin.
Franklin, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You remember not that long ago, like a year ago or something like that, he got in trouble for the way he was acting and stuff, and then I think he said something
Yup.
about like I don't think he said it not being a Christian, but he's like not in a I don't know what or it's like I don't know, I have to look it up again, but I swear they're talking about like he been faking the whole time and just been making the music because he knew it'd make him money or something. But
Well, like I remember growing up on his music. Yeah, I remember like Kurt Franklin and the Family. I still remember some of those songs. I got lost out after a while because it was kind of just like it was too
his songs
much. Like I
became the
don't.
same
They did become the same, and they also just became um,
industry.
kind of like shallow. Yeah, very
Industry.
industry. It was just kind of like I don't
One
feel the same heart and passion
that's
in your music. It
one thing I was gonna say about AI stuff when we were talking about it. Only thing about AI right now is you can tell it doesn't have like a soul or any type of feeling or heart to it right now. Doesn't
yeah.
mean it's not going to at some point. Hopefully not. Hopefully it will never. So at least humans will have something that will be different. But I mean, that's the only thing that's going to keep human jobs alive is the fact that AI right now just doesn't have that feel to it. But if it can get that down, then there's
So I
going to
talked
be
to a
no use
friend.
for no human stuff.
I had a friend that I work with who knows someone who's pretty high up in Google, and the guy in Google was like AI is not going to do nearly what we think is going to do in our lifetime. He's like maybe like the generation after Gen Alpha, they have something
Gen
really worked
Alpha.
out. But he's like in our lifetime, like it's not going to have what it's going to need to really take over. I was like, well, that's somewhat comforting, but also like, why are we planning for
Well, now
like,
that
are you hoping that eventually it does?
Right. Now that all the alphabet is over, what are we going to now? Numbers? Gen 1. Gen
Yeah, Gen Alpha,
0.
we're going back to beta.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Just every time I hear that word, I think of Jesse Lee Peterson. Beta. I
beta.
like I
I don't
do the
know.
amazing thing sometimes. Amazing.
I don't know what's next for Gen. We'll see. With Gen Alpha, when are they through? I don't
Dude,
know when
they're
they're through.
gonna
When's the next generation
one of these
begin?
next generations are gonna be living on freaking Mars or something. It wouldn't
Probably. I mean, they
surprise
already
me if
sent
there's
Katy Perry to
already
space.
like it wouldn't surprise me if if there's already people somewhere like
So this is
just
the last year. Last year was the last year for Gen Alpha. So whoever's born in 2025 is the next generation, which is. Do we have a name for them?
what's
I
after
guess.
Z?
I guess they are beta.
They're a bunch of betas. Beta.
Yeah. So 2025, all you
All
guys
y'all
who were born in
betas.
2025 who aren't listening to this because
What's after
you're not
beta?
even one yet. You guys are betas. You're beta,
Yo,
not
betas.
alpha. You're beta.
Ain't it?
You missed being alpha by a
Oh,
year.
Charleston White was also talking about he doesn't. Let's see what you think about this, but he doesn't think there's any. Well, obviously, there's always some type of. There's always hope, but he was saying he doesn't think there's hope for any of the kids under like the age of 30 or under the age of 25 to go to heaven. He was like they're so
Mm.
devilish and they're so of the devil and evil that none of them like this. He was basically saying this is like the first generation we've seen that has no connection to God whatsoever. It's all devil stuff. He was like none of them are going. He was like we looking at a generation that's all going to hell. Like he was like none of them are going. Obviously, I don't believe that, but I do believe it is. I do
It'll
believe that a
be.
lot of them don't have any type of connection and don't listen to God whatsoever. I do believe that.
I think this generation. Um, and at one point, I think he's kind of right in the fact that we've like over the generations, we've slowly like started to morph the gospel and morph what being a Christian is to the point that there is no distinction between being a Christian and being whatever.
Right.
So I think that's where it's going to come to the fact that it's just like, oh yeah, we're Christians because we believe in God. We also like
Yeah.
practice witchcraft and astrology,
So,
and then we also like pray to Muhammad, and then we also like because of
yeah.
inclusivity, we don't have actual a Christian faith like that is truly like there's going to be so few people that actually believe what is supposed to be
That
believed.
actually knows what the real. Uh,
Right. Like
yeah.
ask anyone in the younger generation like what the gospel is. Can they actually tell you? The few that actually could, like, okay, now do you actually like
Now it's
believe
on
it?
y'all three to get the world to know what it is.
All
Spread the
three of you
word.
guys, it's time to do revival. Let's go for it. Form a
You
Christian
think
group. Let's
you
go.
think AI will write its own Bible at some point? There,
Uh,
the reason I wonder maybe not AI, but people that control it might try. Well, because people are already been trying to rewrite like history and
yeah.
change what everybody already knows. Certain things have happened. That's like they're already trying to. I seen some lady was talking about let's rewrite Jesus or something like that. Like she wants to rewrite the whole story of what happened to Jesus into something different, and it's like like I wonder how many times if that's happened at all already one time before or not though too.
I think it's just the
But
fact that like because everything's going to be based off of algorithms and based off of this, like it's whatever is going to be pushed to the front. So they
yeah,
can like while they can't like eliminate history, they can push it so far back that no one actually sees what the truth is,
yeah,
which they've done already in a lot of history books and stuff like that.
hmm
Like history books that are in school, like our kids are taught those, and they can eliminate whatever they want as far as like, oh yeah, that's something that was taught, but let's focus on like this because you need to have it for the test, right? So we focus on like what's supposed to be on the test and what's supposed to
hmm
pass us to the next grade that we don't think about like, wow, is this actually true? I think that's going to happen in our churches
yeah.
because we're so we're so bent on like preaching on a topic or something that's going to be appealing instead of the actual Bible that the Bible doesn't actually get preached. And
Even
that's
I
a
would
lot of
say I
churches.
think even a lot of preachers get caught up even if they're not doing it on purpose, they get caught up in trying to make it sound more interesting or more exciting or something like that than just saying what it is. You know, like
Right. Bro, tell him the story of Elijah. He caught a bear on some kids. That's exciting. I don't
yeah, that's
care how
wild.
you
Yeah.
say it.
I mean, the Bible doesn't need any exaggeration or anything like that from any human to make it crazy, like and
Right.
interesting and stuff. It just is what, like, that's why I almost get turned away from pastors that are too emotional on the stage and stuff. Like I know
Yeah.
like just example, just 'cause that's what that's in my mind is the Philip dude, like Philip Mitchell or whatever. Like
Mhm.
he seems legit, but at the same time he seems way too emotional. Like like why can't you just say what it says without being in tears and almost on your knees just to say it, what the Bible's, you know what I mean? It's like, why do you have to do that to the crowd of people? Like, why can't you just say what?
Right. Right.
And then it's only,
Hold on.
yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. I got the youngin.
Yeah. And then people, it's like, um, and then, and then for some reason, it seems like the only place I've ever seen some demon all of a sudden interrupt the service or some person that needs some saving collapse on the floor just so it happens to happen at YouTube, like live stream churches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is like, that's why some of them
Again,
I just was like, I don't. It's like he's
you
saying some
won.
good things, but I just don't like the actions and stuff. I don't like the environment looks weird to me. Like it just feels all it feels like
Feels like it's for the
entertainment. It
viral.
feels like entertainment. You know,
Feels like exactly what D1 was saying. It's for the viral.
you know
It's for
who
the
my
it's for the
grandma
likes.
used to watch all the time. She liked was Charles Stanley,
Mm-hmm.
and he literally would just sit there and read out the Bible and tell you what it was. It was no walking, it was no yelling, no crying, no. It was just, hey, this is what
He
it
just
says,
preached.
this is what it is, and this is what you need to know. Like that's why I just don't. That's why I just kind of get turned away from ones that get too much into like it's more entertainment to them than it's more of like a feel good thing for them, some adrenaline rush instead of like it being about teaching the word or what God for people to
Right.
know.
Should be that way. Be about preaching the gospel. That's what it's about. That's what everything should be about. The music, anything that you're in should be about like your worldview, being a biblical worldview and let that shine through and then people like getting impacted, right? However
Yeah,
that's supposed to look. But
yeah,
um
yeah, yeah.
anywho,
It's time,
my kids
man.
is around telling me this time.
That's what's up. We got an
One of them ain't
alarm.
closed, so
Oh shoot! Yeah, cut the
I was
camera.
like,
Cut the
don't be popping
camera.
up on
Ain't
camera.
it? Cut the camera.
Don't be popping up on
Alt
camera.
F4. Alt F4.
Anywho. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So next week we diving into Genesis again.
yeah, yeah. Wherever we're at. Chapter
I think we're
two.
on chapter 2. Chapter 2.
That's all. We made it through the first
We got
one.
through
Yeah.
1 year.
Ain't it?
We made it to beta.
Ain't it? Made it to beta. Hey, that's funny. All right. Well,
All
y'all
right,
be
man.
good. We love y'all. Stay easy.
Stay easy. Peace
Other
out.
stuff, you know, later.